Welcome back, everyone, to our new online film discussion, where each week we choose a film as our topic and we discuss about it. This week we are talking about Indiana Jones 5, and yes, I am feeling better. For all of those who watched our video last week, I wasn't feeling well, and the audio sounded kind of weird because I was sick. So now I'm better, and let's get right into it. So, news broke out that George Lucas, the creator of Indiana Jones and Star Wars, will not be involved in Indiana Jones 5. Okay. From one point, I'm like, yes, that he shouldn't be involved. And the honest opinion is basically he sold the company, Lucasfilm, which included Star Wars and Indiana Jones, to Disney. Yes, he could still be on it, and I think he is an executive producer, but I think he should move on because this franchise obviously is going to grow more, and I'm pretty sure that Indiana Jones 5 is not the last Indiana Jones film. Sad to say, because I can never picture anybody else being in Indiana Jones except for Harrison Ford. So, basically, he should move on because we are going to move on as well. The franchise is going to get bigger. It's going to be around for a long time, so obviously he's not going to be able to do every single Indiana Jones film, or Star Wars film for that least, and I think he should move on, just like he did with Star Wars. But then there's a part of me where I'm like, no, he has to be there, because Indiana Jones, he created, as much as Steven Spielberg nailed his ideas and just made amazing films, George Lucas was the creator of Indiana Jones. It was his other baby, you know what I mean? Like Star Wars he created, and so was Indiana Jones, and those were two ideas that were going around back in the 70s with him. So I feel like that he should be at least in a creative consultant like he did, I guess, for Force Awakens, but I think he should be there in the discussion rooms, in the story groups and all that, and just basically see what they're trying to do with Indiana Jones 5 and give his input on it. Whether they take it or not, that's up to Lucasfilm, that's up to Steven Spielberg. I highly doubt that Steven Spielberg is going to say to George Lucas, his best friend, no, we're abandoning all of your ideas, we're going to get rid of it, and we're going to do the complete opposite of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's going to be our thing, not yours. I think that George Lucas's ideas will be incorporated in Indiana Jones 5, but I don't think it will be as much as the previous four due to the failure of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So I feel like that he will have some input in it, but not as much as the others because of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because that one was not, let's just say it wasn't as great as Raiders of the Lost Ark, and for me, Last Crusade. My favorite, personally, is Raiders of the Lost Ark, just because it's just so wonderful, and Last Crusade is up there. Those are my two favorites. But, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was not a bad movie, but it wasn't a good Indiana Jones movie. Harrison Ford wasn't into it, Steven Spielberg wasn't into it, the only one that was into it was George Lucas. And I think that he was having a hard time because he just came off the prequels, and everybody hates the prequels, and so, like, I think it was bad timing for them. And I think that Indiana Jones 5 will be better than Indiana Jones 4 by a heartbeat. I think that by having George Lucas have some input in it, but yet not all the way, I think that's going to be way better, because then because everybody's going to have their game in this one compared to Indiana Jones 4. So I feel like that Indiana Jones 5 will be great. I think it won't be as great as, the original, but I think it will be a good, probably send-off of Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, and a good reintroduction to the world of Indiana Jones. So yeah, so that's our online film discussion for today. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channels, and follow us on Google Plus and on our Google Plus page community, Our Star Wars Story, and become a member on that, where we discuss everything Star Wars, from The Force Awakens to everything, from books to movies, movie news, everything. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and see you next time. Bye-bye.